Today we're taking a look at Antebellum games. Welcome back to LimeTube, and if you enjoy my videos please leave a like, comment and subscribe. It's free to do so and it helps me massively. Antebellum games is going to be a strategy game with 4 different NFTs and a utility token involved. I'm over at the antebellumgames.com website and we can take a quick look through their roadmap. So phase 1 is to create initial designs and whitepaper, and here you can see an image of the Genesis lands. Phase 2, which is also complete, is to establish partnerships with game and blockchain developers and finalise the artwork. Where they are right now is phase 3, establishing their Discord and Twitter, beginning their marketing plan and Genesis land sale mint. Phase 4, which is coming later on, is to launch staking and marketplace, release game on iOS and Android, and phase 5 is release multiplayer guilds, in-game communication and release a PC version. Phase 6 is ongoing game optimization with new Valerians and beginning development for a second game. And here's a little trailer of what's to come. So they're going to be based on Ethereum with some Polygon crossover. Now the first part is to acquire land. So here we can see some of the Genesis land which will be available for mint. There are going to be 5 different types of land. I believe grass, fire, water, earth and electricity or something else. I'll double check in the white paper and confirm. And you can choose between 2 factions, hero or conqueror. You have the choice, and I believe it changes the storyline depending on who you decide. Summon Valerians, so there's different types of animals or monsters, and you can level these up and make them stronger and stronger as the game goes on. So you can follow them on Twitter or Instagram. Their Instagram is currently private and only has 23 followers. Their Twitter, however, has got 41,000 followers, and here you can see some of the sneak peeks of the Valerians. So this is one they've partnered up with Kaiju Kings. It appears that teams they've partnered up with are getting free NFTs. So holders of the official Kaiju Kings NFT will receive an airdrop of 3 Kaiju Valerians, as well as an exclusive champion scientist skin on game release. So this is one of the Genesis lands, and this looks to be like one of the 3 Valerians that the Kaiju Kings will get, and as it levels up it will look like this one here, and then in its final form is this one here. Now looking at these images, it really does give me the Pokemon feels, and I believe it's going to be a similar game like Pokemon. Here is a different tweet where you can see a range of different Valerians, and they do look pretty awesome. The artwork is really good and it does look really interesting, and I'm excited to see how this progresses. Their Discord has 23,757 members on, and here over at Sneak Peeks you can see some more of the Genesis lands and how they're going to look. Pre-sale is actually April 7th, which is today at 8 PM EST, and I believe pre-sales open for those who have certain NFTs which are partnered up with or have managed to get an allow list spot. Back at the Antebellum Games website you can see they posted a whitepaper 1.0 and also a whitepaper 2.0. So we'll quickly go over some of the stuff in the whitepaper 2.0 as it's the latest one. As you can see, this is a fairly extensive document with 44 pages. So if you're genuinely interested in Antebellum games in the long run, take a look through this, and really there's so much information to fill you with confidence in the team. So as an intro, Antebellum Games was founded in November 2021, so they've been growing since then in the background. Antebellum is an upcoming crypto real-time strategy mobile game and is set to release on Android and iOS in Q4 2022. Players will be able to summon, train, evolve and battle with the Valerians to complete the story, quests, dungeons, PvP battles and participate in tournaments. Their mission statement is to create entertaining games while incorporating ownership properties for all players. They plan to achieve this by using NFTs and building on the blockchain. Their vision statement is to be leaders in the gaming and crypto space by providing entertaining games while empowering players through true ownership of their progression. They're currently in development of the first game, and when it's released they're going to plan development of the second game. which will take place in the same universe but expand on the story, and there will be full NFT interoperability between both the games. From there, the goal is to continuously develop games of varying genres while still maintaining NFT interoperability between them and the VALS token at the heart of each game's ecosystem. So since the VALS token has a fixed supply, it means demand and utility for the token will be stretched between multiple games. Moving on to the core team members, you have Sharif, who is the CEO, and they've provided links to Twitter and Instagram, and his background is in business management, and Sharif's background is perfect for managing all the moving parts within a business. Being an early investor in crypto and P2E gaming, it has allowed Sharif to observe and determine factors that make projects successful. Hilal is the project manager and advisor, and he is an engineer by trade and has successfully led multi-million-dollar city development projects. Once again, LinkedIn and Twitter is also included for you to check them out. Now, I would advise you guys to take a look through the team members and do some research into the team members if you're thinking about Antebellum in the long term. Other members include the head blockchain developer, marketing director, lead artist, 3D modeler and animation artist, graphic designer and illustrator, and then 2 game developers, one who has over 25 years of total programming experience. So they've definitely looked at hiring the right people for the job. Now, to go over the origin of the game, eons ago, the great celestial Gaia set foot on a small planet in the Meta Galaxy and fell in love with its scenery. Captivated by its beauty, Gaia decided to set her roots in this planet and named it Valeria. Gaia blissfully lived in solitude for centuries before loneliness shadowed her heart. Overcome by loneliness, Gaia sacrificed her body and embedded her core into the lands of Valeria in hopes of creating new life. Gaia's power surged through the lands of Valeria, which gave the planet enough energy to give birth to small creatures now known as Valerians. Valerians are beautiful but deadly. Their appearance and powers are determined by the land they were born from. They lived in harmony for a short period of time before conflicts arose as their innate natures clashed. The once beautiful land of Valeria was dyed red with blood. Gaia felt helpless as she watched the creatures she created destroy each other, along with the land that she fell in love with. Desperate to save Valeria, Gaia amplified her consciousness to call forth other life forms to take care of Valeria and its creatures. With the last of her consciousness, Gaia pleaded, "Lead my creatures into prosperity. Bring back the beauty of my beloved Valeria, back to her beauty before the war." And so that's how the NFTs and the storyline came to play. Moving on to the tokenomics, there will be 4 different types of NFTs: the Genesis Land, Valerians, Champion Skins and Weapons. The Genesis Land is the investment piece of the project with 3 main benefits. 30% of all Valerian tokens will be distributed linearly over 24 months to Genesis landowners. 100% of all in-game profits will be distributed to Genesis landowners. Every 7 days, landowners will be able to summon Valerians and weapons corresponding to their land type. So really, the Genesis Land is going to be the most valuable NFT to be owning out of the 4. There's going to be 5 different elements of land: fire, water, grass, electric and rock. And depending on which land you own, the Valerian will have the same element as the land. Moving on to the Valerians and weapons. So Valerians are the monsters or creatures which players will use in-game to battle with, and weapons are the items that each champion will select to take with them into battle. These can be summoned from owning Genesis Land or by purchasing them off the marketplace. They can also be earned. Valerians and weapons range from level 1 to 10, and most Valerians will have 3 evolution tiers, where they will evolve at level 5 and then reach their final form at level 10. But in order to level up your Valerian, you must burn 3 Valerians of the same level and pay the required Valerian token, all the way up until level 5, and then at that point onwards you need 2 Valerians of the same level as well as the Valerian tokens. So this table shows exactly what you need to be able to achieve the next level. And to get to level 10, tier 3, you need to burn 2,592 level 1 NFTs. So you can see that it will take a bit of time to build and really level up your characters. So this creates heavy deflationary mechanics, which really is for long-term sustainability of the Valerians and weapons ecosystem. There's going to be 80 total Valerians available at launch, with new Valerians being consistently introduced to the game throughout updates. There's also going to be another burning mechanism put in place where you can burn 2 similar Valerians with the same level for a chance at summoning the same non-shiny Valerian. In this scenario, players have the possibility of summoning the same non-shiny Valerian and just losing an asset or summoning a shiny Valerian for the cost of 2. Moving on to champion skins, there will be 5 different races: elves, humans, aliens, undead and orcs. But for the sake of keeping the competitive scene fair and balanced, champions and skins are for cosmetic purposes only. Players will be able to decide between the 2 factions, so heroes or conquerors, for their champions. And that will determine how certain scenarios within the story mode will play out. Moving on to token distribution, there's going to be 250 million Valerian tokens. 5% reserved for special events, 10% for initial liquidity, 15% reserved to the team, 20% for the treasury, 20% for the reward pool, and 30% stake in Genesis to landowners and rewards. Here we can see the Valerian tokenomics. So the total revenue will go towards the reward pool, token distribution, revenue streams, and then through to the treasury, which will then be used for future game development, operating expenses, mobile game expenses, and then finally profit distribution. So priority 1 is revenue will first be used to sufficiently fund the reward pool. This will be the rewards for completing part of the stories and dungeons, and also player versus player battles. Priority 2 after that is to fund the treasury and pay for development. And then priority 3 is all remaining revenue will be distributed to state Genesis landowners. This goes into a bit more detail about how each of the priorities works, so really do take a look at this as there's so much details packed into here. Rewards increase as one progresses through the games, so really incentivizing developing through the game. In terms of marketing, one of the most exciting elements for Antebellum games is to bring to the GameFi space is in-game integration of partner NFT projects. So using their artwork to inspire Valerian evolution lines, champions and even weapons in some cases. So I kind of showed you an example with the Kaiju Kings, and that's probably how they're going to progress further on with other collaborations as well in the future. You'll also be able to purchase Valerian tokens through the app stores and play stores, so really helping create a demand for the tokens. They are also looking at bot exploitation prevention mechanics to really make sure that the players are being rewarded and people aren't setting up bots to earn some income. There will also be a daily earning capacity to make sure you're not sitting at your computer or on your phone all day to try earn these tokens. There's also a Valerian transfer delay of 24 hours to avoid people from transferring their tokens between wallets to really earn more tokens. So they've really been thinking about all of this and really trying to make sure people don't cheat the system and earn tokens unfairly. They've also looked at potential issues and solutions, and I'd advise you to really read through this to understand how much they've looked at it. So moving on to the game summary and mechanics, Antebellum Games is a crypto real-time strategy game where players will have full ownership of their in-game assets. The games will be built on Unity and will be available on iOS and Android before being ported over to PC as well. The targeted release date is Q4 2022. Battles will be 3v3, where players will choose 3 of their 5 Valerians on their roster to battle alongside their champion. I think I'm going to end the video there, but there is so much information for you to read over. There's information on the story mode as well, and also the gameplays and plenty of more to really read through. Now, I could go through this white paper in great detail, but I'm sure it's a lot easier to read by yourself. But if you do want me to create a video reading through the whole white paper, let me know down in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and also let me know your thoughts in the comments below of Antebellum Games and will you be minting or not. I'll catch you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day, evening, night, wherever you are.